Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sprint 291 review. This sprint had the US July 4th weekend and I believe a Canadian holiday as well in there. So it's a little abbreviated, but let's get started. I'll start with the overview, Gilbert on the UI, Adam on providers, and Joe on the platform. This sprint, we had 51 PRs merged, 21 enhancements, 11 bug fixes, and a mix of the rest. And over to Gilbert on the UI.
Thanks, Jason. For the UI, starting off with bug fixes, Adam fixed a bug with the host power button always being enabled. Minoj fixed a bug with the no output tab for embedded Terraform if the orchestration stack record is not available. And Oswald had provider form improvements. For enhancements, I converted the drift history table from Haml to React. Andy converted the diagnostic tabs to React. Minoj enabled the output tab for service embedded Terraform on the service page. Uh, Andy converted the services tabs from Haml to React and the report summary tabs from Haml to React. Next slide. So for just some other PRs, I removed the domain priority CSS. This was some dead CSS code that was no longer doing anything. And then Jason had a update your unlock for specific security issue fixes on the TAL branch. Next slide. Going back to our bugs, Adam fixed the host power button always being enabled. So on the left, you can see all the buttons were just enabled all the time regardless. And on the right, that issue was fixed. So only the buttons that are supposed to be enabled are now enabled. Next slide. I converted the drift history table to React. On the left, you can see the old Haml table, and on the right is the new React table with the same functionality. Next slide. Andy converted the diagnostics tabs from Haml to React. At the top of the page, you can see the old Haml tabs on the left, and then the new React tabs on the right. Next slide. And you also converted the service tabs to React. So on the service page, the various tabs that show up based on the service and the tabs that you have. An example picture on the left with the details and job tab, and then on the right with the new React details and job tabs. Next slide. And then similar PR, Andy converted the report summary tabs to React. On the left, you can see the old Haml tabs at the top of the page, and then the new React tabs at the top of the right page. And that's it for the UI. Next is Adam.
Thanks, Gilbert. For core of the sprint, we fixed a relationship save block, not clearing a relationship on a related resource. So, for example, in Power HMC, if a VM moves from a shared processor pool to a dedicated one, the relationship to the resource pool is cleared. This is the first time we'd had that case, and the relationship save block wasn't handling that, so we got that fixed up. A couple of added instance types and database types on Amazon. And for Power HMC, the HMC team fixed a bug with the shared file system type disks, throwing an error and causing the refresh to fail. Next slide. For workflows, we added a username and password option to manage IQ API calls. So this simplifies the logging in. Previously, you'd have to log in, get a token, set it to the credentials, and if you just want to run a quick API call, it's easy to just set the username and password in the options now. We also fixed a minor bug with JSON parse. They slightly changed the exception that they were raising, and that was causing one of our test expectations to fail. For Flow, we have a new ServiceNow gem. So there's a new ServiceNow resource type that you can use for interacting with the ServiceNow API. It's still pretty early and currently just have a built-in runner and methods. And then we have a number of PRs that are adding individual APIs. So pay close attention to this going forward. And finally, for kubectl, we had a new contributor add support for bearer token file in kubeconfig. So if you want to have the bearer token be in a separate file from your kubeconfig, this supports that. And that's it for providers. Over to Joe.
Thanks, Adam. For platform enhancements this sprint, we had nothing to report. So next slide. For bugs and maintenance, In core, Adam cleaned up inactive or dead system D services. Gilbert fixed Pixie features in core. Also in core, Gilbert added a CVE to the secure headers ignore list temporarily, as we'll be addressing this in the next sprint. In appliance and pods, I fixed an issue with newer versions of modauth OIDC and specific UTF-8 characters in usernames and groups by telling it to not convert OIDC claims using the OIDC pass claims as value. Brandon ensured we set the user to manage IQ and manage IQ pods. Jason set the concurrent Ruby minimum to 137 to address a CVE, and that's in gems pending. And Adam unlocked concurrent Ruby for Rails 7.1 and newer in schema. Next slide, and back to Jason.
And that's all for our Sprint 291 review. The next Sprint Review 292 will be on July 22nd at the usual place and time. And as always, I'd like to thank all our presenters today and all the contributors in our community. Thanks, everyone.